1:30. More than 4 years after the death of a Lancaster boy, his mother and her boyfriend are on trial for his murder. Prosecutors say Anthony Avalos suffered neglect and torture for years before his death, and today they will present their case.
KTLA 5's Corrine Winter live outside the courthouse in downtown LA with more. Corrine?
And Glenn, the prosecution has a burden of proving that this was premeditated murder and that the defendants acted with malice. Now, we've been monitoring all the developments inside the courtroom. The judge is not allowing any live streaming, but we do have a poll feed, some of the proceedings that were recorded from earlier today. And prosecutors, they kicked off the day with opening statements. First to take the stand was the little boy's aunt. Now his father and grandmother will also be testifying sometime later today. 10-year-old Anthony Avalos, he died back in 2018. His mother's on trial, as well as her boyfriend, Heather Barron and Kareem Leyva. They allegedly tortured Anthony for years, beating him, neglecting him by denying him food and proper medical treatment for his injuries because they thought he was gay. That's according to prosecutors. Anthony died from blunt force trauma after Leyva allegedly dropped him on his head. Now, the child was under the supervision of social workers for years. They initiated numerous investigations, but Anthony was still allowed to remain with his mom. Prosecutors are expected to use testimony from those who allegedly witnessed this abuse or saw the injuries that Anthony sustained. A lot of the evidence also includes graphic pictures of his injuries. Both defendants, they were charged with first-degree murder. They've pleaded not guilty. Their defense team will try to show Anthony's death was an accident. Here's more from Brian Claypool. He represented Anthony's family in their civil case where the county settled with them for more than $30 million.
It's been a long journey for this family. How are they feeling the start of this high-profile trial?
The family has been carrying a 1,000-pound weight on their back ever since Anthony was murdered. They have waited years for this criminal trial. The aunt and uncle especially will be there every day. They have a big sense of relief that the criminal justice system's finally beginning, and they are praying that in the end, the mother and the boyfriend receive a guilty verdict and life in prison without the possibility of parole, so that they can never do this again to another child.
And more of Anthony's family members are expected to take the stand tomorrow. But again, starting the day today, taking the stand was Anthony's aunt. We'll hear from other relatives throughout the day. It's unclear if the defendants will be testifying in this case. But if convicted, they could be sentenced to life without the possibility of parole. That's the latest here in downtown Los Angeles. Corrine Winter, KTLA 5 News. We'll send it back to you in the studio.
All right. Thank you, Corrine.